Okie dokie. With season 3 airing, or maybe finishing by the time this comes out, I thought I would go through the 3 seasons of The Boys one by one and share my thoughts. I'm definitely late to the game. I only got Amazon Prime this year because it came free with my electricity, but when else is a good time to catch up except for now? Also, spoilers, I'd assume everyone else has seen this way before me. Basic synopsis: superheroes exist, and they're the best selling commodity on the market. Forget the MCU, we got the VCU, Vought Cinematic Universe. In-universe. Vought is a company that employs superheroes all over America, and merchandises the crap out of them. The Caped Crusaders we all know and love are more like celebrities or influencers under management, and not the good kind. Hugh Campbell, or Huey for short, has his life stripped away when his girlfriend Robin is obliterated by A-Train, the fastest man alive and member of the Seven, Vaught's #1 superhero team. With the murder covered up and left with nothing but her lifeless arms, Huey is approached by a man named Billy Butcher, who has the offer to get back at all the supes that think they can just do whatever they want and get away with it. The Boys is definitely a grittier interpretation of the superhero medium. Basically, all these freedom fighters are just like the rest of us, easily corrupted by power and money. There's a lot of allusions to things like gun control and religious fanaticism, desire to control the masses via indoctrination or fear. It does a good job of maintaining the balance. It never felt too edgy or gratuitous. It knows what kind of story it wants to tell and just lets us experience the ordeal without forcing it down our throats. The main character we get introduced to, Huey, who we're told is a bit of a pushover. Honestly, my thoughts going into this character was, oh no, we're gonna have to wait a season for this character to grow some balls and take action. Which I was wrong about, because he's the one that decides to paint the walls translucent. He's shown to step up to the challenge time and time again. He's definitely a lot more reliable than other characters in the same vein. Starlight, I'm still kind of worried about. Sure, she's the good suit that we're all rooting for, but at the end of season 1, she's still a part of Vought. She's probably going to stay the good guy from what I can guess, but I worry Vought still has some cards to play in making the capes comply. And after hearing about Ice Princess castrating that Rada guy with liquid nitrogen cooch, I get a little worried when Annie's eyes start to glow during that special adult time. Now, I've seen some clips prior to watching The Boys. It's hard to not get spoiled on such a popular show. And I already know about the airplane scene, watching Homelander decide to leave all those poor passengers after he fucked up the flight controls. Which, by the way, Homelander really hates airplanes. He just keeps lasering them. Must feel a bit territorial about the skies. Anyway, we already know Homelander is an evil Superman. We've played Injustice, we've seen Invincible, even though that did come after, but whatever. While he's definitely still a terrifying, uncaring man-child with the gifts of a god, what I do find to be scarier is his intellect. I did not see this as part of the YouTube clip I watched, but after the plane crash, Homelander is able to use his neglect for his gain. The original goal was to save a plane over international waters to help promote getting soups into the military. Help get soups into the military so that it can be sent overseas like sentient nukes. But with that plan face down the waters, Homelander instead spins the tale that they were just too late to save these poor people. Because of all these restrictions, if only they had the authorization to fly whenever they wanted, they could have saved everyone. It's a disgusting depiction of media manipulation, and I love it. It's the perfect representation of the warped mindset Homelander has and how smart he actually is. Sure, being near invulnerable is scary, but we also have to deal with someone that can think on the fly, adapt to situations, and is absolutely unhinged. Brain and brawn are a terrifying combo, especially when it's unpredictable. Butcher, he's definitely an interesting character as well. He hates all soups, but he's not absolutely racist because he would have snapped that little laser baby's neck. Or maybe that's just going too far for American TV. I'm not sure. Babies ain't done nothing yet, no need to kill it. But you kind of get the idea he has at least a deep mistrust in all soups and views them all the same. And you understand that from his backstory, but you also know he's a rage-filled, manipulative bastard that just takes advantage of everyone for his revenge painted as justice. No one is really the good guy in the story. They're all sympathetic, but they're all terrible people as well. My favorite character has to be the Deep. Have you ever just watched those videos where someone just drops something in a really deep and dark hole? You know it's going to eventually reach the bottom soon, but you just can't take your eyes off it. That's the Deep. We just watched this guy take L after L, and rightfully so. He's a prime candidate for #MeToo. It's fun watching this life spiral out of control as he continues to smash through rock bottom and just go deeper. My god, the gills scene, sometimes I just feel bad for the guy. Sometimes. Most of the time, it's really funny how much he embodies all the insults Aquaman receives on the internet. I love him as a fictional character, not as a person. Don't cancel me, please. And wow, that ending. I already knew about Becca and Homelander's son being alive, but that confrontation between Butcher, Homelander, and Stillwell, that was one of the tensest scenes I've seen in a while. Butcher thinks he's finally got the high ground, and then Homelander just walks in carrying the goddamn baby. And as they're talking, I realized I wasn't the only one that caught the slip up between Stillwell and Vogelbaum. I knew I saw that change in expression in Homelander. He's such a good actor. He plays the psychopath so well, being able to smile while also exuding the aura of a man that just looks at everyone like they're nothing but ants he could squish at any time. And it's weird to think that the comics are even worse than the show. I remember watching a top 10 video about how bad Homelander actually is, and I remember one of them being something like, Number 7. Remember in episode 1 when the Deep blackmailed and forced himself on Starlight? Well, in the comics, it was all the male members of the Seven ganging up on her. Starlight, convinced they're all being mind controlled, pleads with Homelander to help her, but he just joins in, results in a much more graphic scene. I think the original writer of the comics just really hated the superhero genre and wanted to take the idea of fighters for justice and rip it to shreds. Writing scene after scene of horrible actions like Homelander blowing up a girl by shotgunning semen through her. From what it sounds like, the comics are a bit more full on with its superhero hate, but I haven't read them, so take my comments on them with a grain of salt. And I'm sure you can tell, I'm very much enjoying the first season of The Boys, which is to be expected with all the hype this show got. I can't wait to get on to season 2. This was only a taste for what's to come, and I'm already got such a mouthful. Oh god. I'm excited to see more of The Boys. I hope you enjoy coming along with me as well. Thanks for watching. Well, let's see your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more content. Let me know if there's something you'd like me to cover. I like to talk about anything that interests me. That's all I wanted to say. I hope you all have a good rest of your day.